Terrific behind the scenes. Right here, right now. Nah, all right. Yeah, you ready?
Ready?
I'm scared.
You ready?
Hold on. Yep.
Go ahead.
Welcome to my girlfriend's favorite podcast. Oh, shit.
Take it back.
Oh, and I swore.
Take it back.
Crud. Okay, take two. Welcome to my girlfriend's favorite wrestling podcast. We are your hosts.
I'm Sam Cardona.
And I'm Tavaris Smith. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
We're here in not so sunny. It's nighttime.
It's nighttime.
We're on Sunset Boulevard in
Beautiful.
glitz and glamorous
Gorgeous
Hollywood,
LA
California.
evening.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to start off episode 2
We have some things to address.
by making a correction from episode 1.
Yes. The floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. So I said in episode 1 that Tiffy Stratus was a UCLA Bruin.
A Bruin, indeed.
Now, here's the thing. I feel like you gave me false information, but I will acknowledge that I might have heard incorrectly.
Yeah. I don't think I ever said that.
I'm almost positive you said Tiffy Stratus was part of UCLA gymnastics, which I got really excited for because I went to UCLA.
Yep.
Bruins. Gymnastics team is absolutely amazing.
Right.
And what's cool about UCLA gymnastics is when you're at the gym, like the student gym at UCLA, the gymnastics team practices like right next to the gym. It's like a connecting wall, but you can see they have like glass where you can look into the windows and watch them tumble.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, maybe even though she's much younger than me,
Yeah.
maybe there's a chance that she was there. Perhaps tumbling, maybe when she was a freshman and I was a senior.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're watching Backlash, and they're doing her whole promo like before her entrance, and I'm like, it's so strange that they're not showing clips from her time on the UCLA gymnastics team.
Right.
And then someone mentions her time on the USA gymnastics team.
There we go.
And I was like, oh, perhaps that's what I heard.
Yeah, I think you just got the acronyms mixed up. It's, honest
but
mistake.
I will say she can be an honorary Bruin. We accept her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't put that on. I would probably ask her if she wants to be a Bruin because there might be some
Everyone
rivalry
does.
there.
Everyone does. But anyway,
Okay.
So if you were listening to that and we're thinking, oh my God, she went to UCLA, she didn't.
Right. She did not.
So
Absolutely did not.
We just like to fact check here on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No fake news on
No
my
fake
girlfriend's
news.
favorite wrestling podcast, for sure.
Okay, so we brought up Backlash, so let's talk about that. Big event.
Yes.
Happened over the weekend.
Huge event. Is it Leon?
In Lyon.
Lyon.
French for?
Lion.
Correct.
Look at that.
Look at that.
We.
Context clues.
I'm trilingual out here.
Debatable.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Backlash in Lyon, insane event. The crowd was out of control.
Yeah. And I think we both agreed that European crowds are just in every way better than American crowds.
Okay, I would say
more hype.
They're more into it for sure.
Yeah.
I think something about American culture. We don't have to get political. Something about American culture. I feel like there's like a level of comfort and maybe entitlement where it's like Americans aren't as engaged in what's happening.
Yeah.
Like across the board.
At all.
It's very hard to find like just like a crowd that hype for wrestling, especially.
Right.
Just like on the regular in the United States.
Well, I kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe this is generalizing, but I think some American sports games are just for people like places to be.
Okay.
Whereas like in Europe, it feels like every single person that goes to not even just wrestling, but like a soccer match or anything like that, they're fully invested 100%. And people had their phones and shit, but they were chanting the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Like, it almost got annoying in some points
Yes.
where I'm like, all right, I don't know what they're saying,
Wait,
but it's
feel
no
like-
disrespect. I just,
Okay.
it's tough.
When they were, and I feel like this isn't correct. I don't know. I don't speak French. But it felt like whenever someone kicked out at 2,
Yeah.
they were counting 1, 2, and then somebody would kick out, and it sounded like they were saying "Sacre bleu,"
Yeah,
which is Just like the corny French term that the Candlestick says in Beauty and the Beast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying soccer boppers.
I mean, maybe.
Like those, you ever remember
Soccer
those?
blue is like an actual French term, though.
That probably was it then.
What are soccer boppers?
Those are these like boxing things that they used to give us as, there was like a toy.
Yes.
That was out when we were kids.
Right.
Where you could like fight your siblings.
When
like
toys,
safely.
Toys in the 90s were basically designed to kill children.
Oh yeah, yeah. Super. So it was like literally make like an AR-15 water gun. Like
everything is a gun.
Like, just like you pump it for like an hour, and it
Everything's
has the water pressure of like a civil rights hose.
Right.
Like it's out of control.
Civil rights. So out of pocket.
Yeah, I know it's audio. I'm black, so you know what I'm saying. It's cool. It's late, also. You know, different vibe this time around. Okay, so USA crowds versus European crowds. We both agree European crowds are better. Who do you think had the best entrance of the night?
Oh, I mean, I feel like Uso. Absolutely. Jey Uso was like, he looked like a DJ without a like setup.
Right.
He was DJing the crowd with like no turntables or anything.
It's crazy because they pulled out their phones and put the flashlights on, and I'm pretty sure that's the first time that that's happened, and now it's like every crowd's doing it. But like there was
what do you mean the first time that's not
no I mean for Jey Uso.
Oh, for Jey Uso
yes,
specifically.
yes.
Okay,
because even
I thought you meant ever in a crowd ever.
No. But because he even highlighted it on his Instagram. He was like, the Fireflies are back, like as a tribute to Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty dope.
That is very cool.
But that entrance was crazy. It's already crazy with people just waving their hands.
I know.
But the phone lights just like really set it off.
Yeah.
And
it was so dope.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes had his entrance is always fun.
Always fun. And I think, I feel like, I don't remember if we talked about this on episode 1 or if we were just talking about it in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were talking about walkout songs, something like the one Cody Rhodes has and what Becky Lynch has that has just like a little tune that people can sing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is exactly what the Europeans like hold on to.
Yes.
Because there are people that have like very cool songs with like actual lyrics and stuff.
Right.
But you have to have like 3 notes that people can sing over and over and over again, and that's going to be the best walkout song.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Cody Rhodes, like, not why he's gained so much popularity. Obviously, he's a very great wrestler.
Yeah.
But
it helps to helps to have a fire walkout.
It absolutely helps.
Well, it's impressive to me that they like every crowd seems to know all the words to Cody Rhodes' song.
Yeah.
I still don't. I only know "Whoa."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, and I mean,
maybe I'm a trash fan. I don't know.
I think it's also like you can, I don't know. Maybe it sounds like they know the words, but they don't actually know the words. Yeah. Oh,
somebody else who had a great entrance was Randy Orton. I don't think I showed you that one, but they were singing his song too, word for word, bar for bar, as the great Soulja Boy.
And they basically have to learn. I mean, I think a lot of people in Europe speak English, but
what?
It's dope. It would be dope if there were people that spoke no English whatsoever, but just learned the words
through
to the songs.
Learned it through like Limp Bizkit songs. And
yes, exactly.
And then. This was something that I think you saw for the first time was Europe's love for Bayley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I feel like she gets love everywhere, but yeah, they were very obsessed with her.
Yeah, Bayley's...
It was crazy.
Yeah.
People were like jumping over the walls to like try and touch her.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. In a safe way.
In a safe way, yeah.
But they do their... they've been doing this since like 2015, just like singing that song, "Hey Bayley, ooh I want to know, would you be my girl?" And they just sing it the whole match,
which they don't say in the States. Yeah, I've never heard anyone. That's wild.
Should we move to Europe? You know what I'm saying? This is
more appreciative fans.
More appreciative of everything, man. Yeah. It's just like even when we were in stunt mode, even when we were in Rome, and all the waiters were like singing.
Yeah, everyone's singing all the time in Europe, everywhere. I think it's the rule you have.
Yeah, that's not happening at Go Get 'Em Tiger.
No, that's not happening anywhere in the United. It's not happening in New York City, definitely.
Yeah.
Start singing in some cities in America, they'll punch you in the face.
Seriously. What they What they will let slide is if you get onto a public transit vehicle with a Bluetooth speaker clipped to your belt, they'll let you rock. But
wait, did you see the? This is so off topic, but we're in LA and there's a huge comedy festival happening called Netflix is a Joke.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of Tracy Morgan leaving LA this morning or
No.
yesterday morning?
What happened?
In LAX in a wheelchair because he's had some injuries from his accident.
In the festival?
No,
Oh,
just
okay,
like
okay.
ongoing injuries from the car accident he was in.
Yeah.
So he's in a wheelchair being pushed by some TSA somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Full size boombox, like 90 size boombox, blasting R&B through LAX.
Oh, the boldness of these people. I respect it. The hardest thing when I first moved here, I was like on the bus and stuff.
Yeah.
So that would always suck when somebody would get on the bus with like the Bluetooth speaker on their belt.
Mm-hmm.
But it was even worse when there were two people on the bus with a Bluetooth speaker on their belt, because they're like musics with like
competing music.
It'd be like battling. Like one would be playing Drake, one would be playing Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I'm conflicted.
Are we conflicted?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. This is a Kendrick support podcast.
Yeah. West Coast.
Yeah, but we won't get political.
We
you know
won't.
what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to the important things.
Yes.
The women's matches of
Hey.
Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Which one should we start with?
You want to start with Bailey, Tiffany, and Naomi?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were, it was a little clunky at first, I'm not going to lie. There
I
were
agree.
a lot of moves that I feel like were not completed the way they thought they were going to be.
Right.
They like no connection, essentially.
Lack of smoothness.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah. It did get better. And I think what's cool about Tiffany is she is finding her groove. Like the Tiffy Time thing is taking off. She's got her, I don't know what it's called, but the signature move where she does like 2 back handsprings into somebody.
Oh yeah, PME.
PME. What's
Prettiest moonsault ever.
Really?
That's the name of it.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that's fire.
I love that.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It is pretty.
And it goes with her character. She's
and
like,
it's kind of like, it's effective. It's like a full body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I feel like Bailey should have won, and she did win, which was great. But yeah, it could have been a little smoother. I think that they're a good matchup, the three of them.
Right.
I feel like they're all like similar size, similar strength, but they're known for different things. Like
Right.
Tiffany is like the tumbler. She's got like the showy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bailey is a little more like, not to gender moves, but like a little more like masculine, like with her Bailey to belly, like suplex stuff that you'd see in the guys' matches.
Yep.
Which is cool to bring to women's. And then Naomi's kind of like a mixture of the both. Like she's always been like very like athletic and has like the showmanship, and she fucking twerks all the time, which I'm obsessed with.
I love that she lets her blackness show through.
Yes, absolutely.
In her moveset.
And her character is really cool.
Yeah.
All of their characters I feel like go, and I really loved that Naomi and Bailey like had that moment at the end.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Because I feel like, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I feel like, at least from a viewer standpoint, who is the casual viewer who doesn't go on all of the subreddits and tweets all the time to figure out what's actually happening behind the scenes. I'm always asking you, I'm like, wait, are they friends in real life? Wait, do they hate each other in real life?
Right.
And I think you saw that a little bit like at WrestleMania too with Seth when Cody won, when he's like, oh no, when Drew won.
Yeah.
And he was like, you deserve this. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people that are in matches against each other but are actually friends and respect each other. But then it is actually very entertaining when people who hate each other in real life are in matches against each other.
1000%. I thought I thought it was a cute moment, but I think that moment may have made a little bit more sense if Bailey pinned Tiffany.
Right.
But she pinned Naomi.
Right.
And then they were like, girl, you so, you know what I'm saying? You wildin'. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Like,
play it up a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? We in France. You just beat me for the championship.
Right.
I'm not hugging you, my G.
Right.
Like, at the very least, we could shake hands. But like to pretend like we besties at the end of like we was just punching each other in the face.
Right.
Like that shit don't wear off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
But
I don't
maybe
know.
that's the difference between men and women.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't have that raging testosterone after
Right.
you win
I mean, you never know. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought that, I thought it was a good match overall. And as it progressed, it got smoother.
It did.
With everything.
It definitely got better as it progressed. I think when they went out of the ring is when it started to get really good.
Yeah. And I like that they haven't just like given Tiffany the title right away.
Right.
Because if you give it to her, where is she going to go?
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's going to be like, nah, I'm going to defend my title and I'm going to be a fighting champ. And it's just like, man, just
right. And it's
let
kind
it
of
build.
like, and I think it's like, if you let her win immediately, people are, which she is kind of presenting as heel, I feel like. But people are really going to dislike her. They're really going to hate her if she wins too early.
Right.
And you want to have like her build up a fan base. So like some people want her to win. I think if you're creating the perfect wrestler, you want them to be so divisive that half the crowd is chanting their name and half the crowd is booing.
Interesting. Like John Cena.
Like, well, I feel like, yeah. I was going to say Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Do people like John Cena?
They respect John Cena, but he's
so corny in the ring. I love John Cena as like a person. He seems like a cool guy. I like him as an actor. Very funny.
He seems, yeah.
I have never, and he has done more Make-A-Wish things than any other person.
Very true. Weird flex, but okay.
What? That's not a weird flex.
No, I don't know what. Okay, no, you're right. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Helping dying children is
yeah,
a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, move on. Keep going.
Yeah, but in the ring, he's always been like so obnoxious and annoying to me. I'm like, the fact that he wrestles in jorts every single time is just infuriating.
It doesn't seem comfortable, right. I will say.
The white rapper persona.
That was fire.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm going to show you some old John Cena shit. It's like
quite
entertaining.
It's the cringiest cringe I've ever seen.
No, I gotta show you some. Okay. I gotta show you some heat. He got some heat. That was my favorite time to be a John Cena fan when he was the
rapping?
Doctor of Thugonomics. Yes, he dropped the album.
Are there any like black people in WWE that just like hate him?
No, everybody loves John Cena. Everybody, I think, except everybody.
Nikki Bella.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Remember she tried to cook him dinner
what?
on the Total Bellas?
On Total Bellas or Total Divas?
Total Divas.
Okay.
I
don't think I saw that.
He came home and she was cooking and he was like, that wasn't in the contract or some shit. He said,
what?
He like, I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, I missed that show. My mom loves that show. Total
Divas should absolutely come back because there's a whole new crew of divas that were never on it.
Well, they're called wrestlers now.
Right.
Yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Right.
Okay, so second match of the night was second women's match of the night was Jade and Bianca versus Damage Control. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Jade and Bianca as a team are so kick-ass.
Yeah.
Just two of the strongest, not even women, just two of the strongest people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
And it wasn't all of Damage Control, right? Because Dakota Kai, because it was a tag team. So
right.
Dakota Kai, it was
Kairi Sane and Asuka.
Right.
Yeah.
And the moment where Jade was holding Kairi like above her head and then
flipped her around in the air.
It was crazy.
Kept her on the shoulders.
She was swing dancing.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah, truly. And that match in my opinion was better because the clunkiness that we were talking about with Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany just wasn't there.
Right.
It was so smooth. Everything hit smooth. And as we were watching it, I think we were talking about how it's a little bit of a harder sell, right? Like these two, like Bianca and Jade are much taller, bigger stature, obviously, than Damage Control.
Right.
but they made it work.
Yep.
Yeah, and it looked like believable and so dope. I'm trying to even remember like some of the moves, but it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. It was impressive how they were able to tell that story, because on paper it looks like it should be like, if you're just watching a casual fan, you're like, how are these two little chicks like
Right.
even putting up a fight against these like
Right.
superheroes across
Right.
the, and but just leaning into like their skill set and how it matches up against like two power wrestlers.
Right.
And they're a little bit more high fly and a little bit more risk taking and stuff, and they kind of use dirty tactics.
Right.
I thought that it was very cool. Yeah, I hope that Kairi Sane, she is one of the ones that I want to have an opportunity to like shine on her own.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of gets lost in the.
Well, because Asuka's probably like the biggest of that group, I feel like.
Yes, now
Yeah.
especially, because
Yeah.
before when Bailey was there, it was like
Right.
she was kind of like the third, like not third best, but just like the
Yeah.
Michelle of the group. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to Michelle. Michelle's amazing. Just like less of a focal point, I should have said.
What do you think the Venn diagram of Destiny's Child fans and WWE fans is? Just
I guess we'll find out
Yeah.
after this episode. You know what I mean? If they attack me for my Michelle comparison, then we'll know.
Yeah.
They probably, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and I don't know that much about her. I do love Asuka a lot more than I used to.
Yeah. What was the smoke you had with Oscar early on?
Well, I just thought she was, she very much reminds me of the kid in theater school who like literally thinks they're in a cartoon the whole time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By themselves though.
Right.
She's fucking crazy, but now I respect it so much more. I'm like, oh, there is no one like you. You are a character unlike anybody else in wrestling.
Yeah.
The blue spit stuff is
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
it kind of feels like if you were to take a toddler and ask them what would you be if you were a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that's who she is.
Damn.
But in the best way.
Oh yeah, it's good to
You
add
know
that
what I
on.
mean?
That sounded like an insult. for a
No,
second.
not
But I
like,
get what you're saying.
Just
Yeah.
like no creative barriers.
Right.
She's just absolutely, and then she just screams and like her eyes go huge
Yeah.
and she looks insane.
And she
it's
comes out, she
great.
does like her little dance,
little-
and like
yes.
it's not quite to the beat, but
Right.
like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, she's great.
When
she's
she-
very much grown on me. I thought she was so weird and unlikable, but now I'm really into her.
Because when you first started watching, I was like huge on the Oscar train, because
You
this is when
were.
they were still booking her to be like, she was like on some Ronda Rousey shit, pre Ronda Rousey. Like she went undefeated for ever. I don't think she lost at all when she was in NXT.
I think that's right when I started watching, and then I remember you told me that she was like Booker T's favorite wrestler of the moment, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Booker T loves
Why?
Oscar. You know, she's a big fan.
But
Big
now I
fan.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool. Cool. Which match? Okay, so you said that you like the Jade and Bianca,
The tag team match
Yep.
was better, in my opinion.
and you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you.
They are now the champions. Who do you think will challenge them?
Ooh. Damn, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like, I mean, it has to be another. It doesn't have to be another group, but it would have to be two people coming together to do it.
Who would you put against them?
Who do I put against Jade and Bianca?
Mm-hmm.
No one. They'll die.
That's fair.
Bailey. I want Bailey in there with somebody. I don't know who.
Okay. I think so. What I think the story arc with them is going to be, they're going to have the tag championships for a long time, but I think what's going to happen is in them losing the tag championships, whenever that happens,
Yeah.
it could be like fucking 5 years from now,
Right.
but they're going to have to play up whoever like beats them is going to have to play up like creating some sort of division between those two.
Oh, they'll turn against each
Because
other. Absolutely.
that's obviously like the money match, and then
Right.
like who's gonna turn on who,
Right.
and like
But I respect the fact that they're having the two like most popular black female wrestlers not fight against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's dope that they're a tag team.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm sure they will turn against each other at some point.
It's definitely gonna happen. But maybe they'll do like the good guy versus good guy thing, or good woman versus bad woman thing, or good on good, face on face. Can't talk, it's late. Where they just both kind of stay their same face character, and then just like shake hands and then hug at the end. But I think
that won't be fun.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be fun. Cool. Yeah.
And so then after Backlash on Raw,
yes.
Right?
Yep.
We saw the beginnings of Liv versus Becky.
Yeah. So they're fighting at Queen of the Ring for the championship.
Which explain, because I've never seen Queen of the Ring. Will you give me a rundown sort of what that is?
Yeah. So basically it's a tournament, think March Madness, and the winner, they've had the winner do weird things when they brought it around recently. So back in the 2000s, they had King of the Ring. They didn't have a king or a Queen of the Ring.
Right, sexism.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't enough women to do a tournament. Right. So sexism. So what would happen is they would have the King of the Ring tournament, and then the winner of the King of the Ring tournament would fight the champion at SummerSlam.
Okay.
So it was kind of like Royal Rumble, where if the winner goes to WrestleMania, King of the Ring is winner goes to SummerSlam to fight the champion. So basically, I think that's what they're doing with this.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, but I think it's given a lot of newer talent the opportunity to get TV time and go against people that they probably would have not been able to go against.
Right. Who's the Irish wrestler, the other Irish female wrestler? Her name's Lyra?
Lyra, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know, honestly. I forgot her name. But yeah, I think that she might go very
Valkyria.
far. Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to go really far. I think that Zoe Stark is going to go pretty far.
Yeah. And Zoe's not very new, right? Maybe like a year or two.
Yeah, she's definitely not the newest.
Right.
But she's relatively new.
And so where does this Liv and Becky come into play? Because right now Becky's the champion, right?
Yeah, so they're just going to have...
the winner of this will fight her?
Right. They'll fight the winner between Liv and Becky.
Oh, gotcha.
But not on the same night. It'll just be... I'm pretty sure they just schedule it for a different event. Okay. So at the event, it'll be Liv versus Becky. And me personally, I think that... I don't really know what they're doing with Liv, because she's definitely a bad guy. She's doing this thing where she's still kind of feuding with Rhea Ripley, which is weird.
Even though she's injured and not there at all.
Yeah, and she's like, they're doing this thing where she's trying to like steal Dom away from Rhea Ripley. So I don't really know what's going to happen with that. I think that Liv will probably win at Queen of the Ring. Okay. And then Rhea will probably be back by SummerSlam.
And they want them to fight.
And they'll fight over custody of Dom. And I think Dom turns on Rhea, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know, though.
I like that.
Time will tell.
Well.
Who you got winning?
I feel like I get that trajectory that you're saying. I feel like Becky over Liv any day, it feels like to me. Like, Liv Morgan is a good wrestler, but I feel like Becky is just like there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see the Queen of the Ring tournament in general and see like newer female faces.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good talent on the rise right now.
Yeah.
I do want to say something about Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm so happy to see that all that bullshit hate she was getting for winning the championship was just internet based. Were you tuned into that at all?
No. What was that?
So she beat Liv Morgan for the championship after Rhea Ripley vacated the title because she was injured.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh, Becky's cringe, and I hate give the title to someone new, and they were like,
Why would you give the women's championship title to somebody new? It should be like
something to work up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking idiots. Sorry to swear, but
It's a PG podcast.
right. Yeah. Nah. But yeah, she's been getting like huge pops every time she's come out, no matter where they are. And it's been great to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just very happy.
Yeah. She deserves it.
Yeah. I do think because they're giving Seth probably like 10 months off, that they should probably give Becky some time off.
They
so
should.
They can,
I mean,
so that they can vibe.
Right.
But, you know. Can't have it all, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I feel like it's come to the throwback match
The
time.
throwback match of the week. Or
We'll get a sound bit for that.
yeah.
No, I'm just gonna make you do that every single week.
The throwback match of the week.
I mean, you're good at it.
DJ Tavaris. Damn, Tavaris, where'd you find this? All right.
We're done.
All right. Let's, okay.
Okay, so the throwback match. Tell me what time and place this was.
Okay. The throwback match that we watched together as a family with our cat Gigi.
Great commentary.
Yes, great commentary. She's currently a heel, but I think she's turning face soon. We're gonna have her fight Poncho, Stone Cold's cat.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 50.
Yeah, that cat is getting too much heat on the internet. We gotta get Gigi on TikTok.
We 100% have to be pageant parents for our cat. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Lita versus Trish in 2004.
Okay.
They main evented Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
It started off with an interesting backstage segment.
Okay.
Take it away.
So here's the thing about like these very far throwback women's matches is
misogyny.
the misogyny is it's just like dripping with misogyny. So
Not dripping.
dripping.
So what happened?
So in the lead up promo,
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was like. It looked like Trish was tying her shoe.
Right?
And then Lita like accidentally bumped into her.
Yeah.
And then she said what?
No, you didn't even see that the guys was behind her watching her tie her shoes.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
They were watching her tie her shoes because she has a nice ass. She was bending over. Misogyny. Like,
misogyny.
what?
Yeah.
And so then then Lita comes up to Trish.
Yeah.
They have some angry words about I'm better, you're better. And then I forget which one of them said the phrase kiss of death.
Right.
One of them said, you're going to be the kiss of death. And then they made out. Because why, in the early 2000s, how could you ever watch women's wrestling without the potential of them turning it into a lesbian porn?
Right.
They kissed for absolutely no reason.
Okay.
Like, literally no reason. It was infuriating.
Okay. Can I give a little pushback?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Slight pushback. Okay, so Trish said the kiss of death thing.
Okay.
I don't know what it was in reference to. We probably had to watch the whole episode, but we didn't have time for that. And then they didn't make out. Lita grabbed her and kissed her aggressively. Think it was giving Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
cartoon characters.
Yeah, because Bugs Bunny kisses Elmer Fudd. That's what makes him the most angry. And so I didn't get lesbian out of that. I can see how you got it out of that.
Well, no, I didn't get lesbian. I got Vince McMahon's voice in the 2000s being like, how do I get men to watch women's wrestling?
Right.
The only way is if they make out on television.
It's a great Vince McMahon impression. All right, so they came out. All right. Trish had her.
So after this, I had very, very low expectations for this match.
Right.
And I really wanted to choose a different one.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, I also realized that it wasn't their fault and that was scripted and women probably had very little pull in the company at that point.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
So,
but the match ended up being like really good. And sometimes like you see these older matches where, especially like the women's matches where no shade to any of the women that were in WWE at that time, but it felt like a lot of them were hired for their looks, you know? Misogyny again. A lot of them were very fit, but more eye candy, not really selling any of the moves, not doing like hardly anything on the ropes, which is cool, which is what a lot of women can do because they're smaller bodied than the men. And yeah, Lita was just very different. She was like on the ropes, doing the suplexes, throwing Trish, who's maybe 95 pounds, around like a ragdoll. And it did get like very good. And you were telling me with her history of like how she was brought up that she was fighting male wrestlers, correct?
Yeah, fighting male wrestlers down in Mexico.
Did we fact check this? Because you've
I
told
think
me
I'm pretty sure that's
incorrect.
No,
things
that's
about
accurate.
female
I know
wrestlers
for a
before.
fact that that's accurate.
Okay.
And if not, we'll come and start the episode 3. Let's get something wrong every episode, and then we'll start
with the correction.
Exactly. There's just no facts, just vibes.
Yep, just vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. But the spot that stood out in that match was when Trish was on the outside, and then Lita did like they call it a suicide dive through the ropes, and like kind of misjudged the space or whatever, and like landed pretty much like like scorpioned herself,
folded her neck like
backwards.
A piece of paper. It was scary. I mean, she's fine. This is also like one day if we can get a wrestler on this podcast, there are so many moves where I'm like, how hurt did you actually get doing that?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
There's so many times where these people just get up and continue because they have to.
Yeah.
And that's their job, and they fight. But it's like, how much pain were you actually in that moment?
For real.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that there's so many things that just look like regular pedestrian moves that hurt so badly, like running the ropes. Hearing wrestlers, I was like reading Becky Lynch's book or like audiobook. She was talking about how like just running the ropes, like putting your back on it and you know, plunging forward, like that shit hurts.
It's a full body bruise.
Yeah, like taking bumps where you just throw yourself on the ground and like you gotta tuck your chin and like yeah.
Well, speaking of Vince McMahon being a piece of shit, his double quad injury is like the dumbest injury that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was like I wish I would have watched that live. Do you know like the whole story with that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so John Cena and I can't remember what year it was, but John Cena and Batista it was the end of the Royal Rumble, and only one of them was supposed to win, obviously.
I do know.
And they literally eliminated each other and hit the ground at the same time, and no one knew what to do. Like, shoot, like not part of the script, like they fucked up. And Vince McMahon comes out of the back, like pissed, and he gets in the ring and blows out both quads. And
by just getting in the
ring.
Well,
it looked like he hit his quads on the edge of the ring, which is like the hardest part of the ring.
Okay.
And just fell down and still had to like be mad about it. And he was just sitting there on the ground. And they was like, yo, what?
He like did like a Michael Jackson slide in.
Yeah.
Like,
he
and
fucked
then never
up.
Got up.
Yeah.
Never got up.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, but going back to the throwback match.
Yes.
Yeah, but I understand why people sort of regard Lita as like the godmother of female wrestling.
100%.
All of the women that are in it now feel like she is the blueprint for it, which is good.
100%. Yeah. I think she deserves a little bit more credit because like she's the best ever.
Yeah.
Like how they be, well, obviously there's people better than her now.
Right.
But like,
at that time,
like they still say Michael Jordan's the best when it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
we weren't going to talk politics.
That's true. We're not getting political. Cool. Well, damn.
Right. I think that's all we got for today.
Well, look at that. Hopefully, we'll have we'll have a wrestler on this podcast at some point.
Yes.
And then 2, we'll have like a solidified outro because I don't know what else to say.
I know we still haven't.
Do you want to cut a promo today? Is this the day? Cut a promo.
How?
Like you about to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? You backstage. Samantha Irvin's got the mic to you. You talk your shit. Let me hear it.
I don't. But who am Who am I fighting?
Gigi, our
Gigi,
cat.
our cat?
Yeah, cut a promo. You know what I'm saying?
That bitch has been chewing all my chargers all week long. And she doesn't even know what's coming for her. But next week on Raw,
oh shit,
the whole world is going to see.
Damn.
That it's me that owns this house.
Ooh.
That's it.
Hey, hell yeah. Well, that has been episode 2 of my girlfriend's favorite podcast. We have been your hosts.
I'm Sam Cardona.
And I'm Tavaris Smith.
Follow us on social media on Instagram.
At GFW Pod. Tell a friend, hit that fucking 5 stars. And
like, subscribe,
and
listen.
Follow us at Tavarism,
at Sam and Jamma.
Sam and Jamma with plenty M's and A's. Just look her up; she's there, and we'll see you next time.
See.